Hello. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. What voice is that? How are you? That's my funny voice. Like a robot mixed with an alien. Hi.
It is a robot mixed with an alien. That's what it sounds like.
My robot alien voice. Hi.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm silly. That's why you're here, right? To hang out with me and be silly and sew at the same time. Oh yeah, I know it. I told you you'd come here to hang out with me, and you did. I see you. Sorry, this isn't ready yet. So I'm being silly until then. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see who is here today. Look, I grabbed glasses so I could read. We got Teresa, Karen, Catherine, Wanda, Charlene, Vicky, Betty, Terry, Miki, Donna, Brenda, Catherine, Mary, Tracy, and so many more. You guys have been in here talking for a while. Look at that. And I just barely put the thing on there because I forgot, because I was busy. Sometimes I'm just busy and I forget to do things, and that was creating a live stream earlier than, normal. Anyway, so the saga continues on these lovely hexagons that are at this stage. Well, actually, they're at multiple stages. Come on, right there. They're at this stage, which is now time to turn them into the behind me stage. This stage right here. This is the next stage. These blacks on the side so that we can start squaring these up. So for now, those could go right back behind me. So could those pieces right there. And we're going to cut, I think it was 6.5 inches. Sometimes I forget things. Yep, 6.5 inches. We're going to cut 6.5 inch strips. And then I need to find my ruler. There it is. Hi, ruler. I'm using my half rectangle, perfect rectangle. It's Creative Grid's perfect rectangle. It's a half rectangle triangle is what it is. And I have just a little bit right here. I didn't pre-cut more pieces, but I'm going to take this half rectangle triangle and I'm going to lay it on my fabric at 6.5 inches, which is the top to the 6.5 inch line, wherever that may be at the moment. And I'm going to lay it on here. I'm not worried about cutting this little line it up corner off because I'm lining it beyond the corner. I'm going to lay it on here, chop it, and then turn the thing around and chop a straight line. So I literally just flippity dip, put it on the other side, and use the straight side on my 6.5 inch strip. And then I turn it again, and I will get 2 more from this, I think. Yep, 2 more. Line it up, make a cut, flippity dippity, turn it around. And since I'm using a solid, it doesn't matter my right side up, right angle, left angle, you know what I mean? So if you are using printed fabrics, you need to make sure that you're cutting of each side. So that means your fabric needs to be right side up and upside down, and each cut will get you one side. Then you have to turn your ruler the opposite way to get your opposite sides. Does that make any sense? Because this way gives me, if these were all right side up, say this is right side up right now, I'm going to get this side right here. And if this was right side up right now, that's the right side that you're seeing, it would fit right here. Now, they would not fit on the other side if they were right side up. So you need to pay attention to that when you're cutting. So when you have your upside down piece, it would fit on the other side. Make sense? Hopefully that does. So now I've cut the last of this up, and I'm just going to sew these on now, and then I'll have to cut more because, well, I probably should just cut one more strip, but I'm going to wait a second. And I'm going to attach these now. I have 4 lovely stacks here of however many. I needed 11 more. That's how many blocks I had left. I'm going to just stick them right here right there, here, and here on all 4 sides like this. And I'm going on the side that has the seams, nothing that's straight. See that? So I'm going to enclose the seams that are on the sides. So I'm going to stack a few of these right here next to me. So that way I could sew a few of these, see where I am at. So that way, stacking them all with the seam where I want it, by the way. That's all I'm doing. Then I'll know how many I need to cut left when I run out. Because I think I just got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 11. So that's 2 more strips, I think, worth of fabric that I need to cut. 2 more 6.5-inch strips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to straighten my fabric up first because it's not very straight. Stay. Stay. Line it up on the fold, make a nice straight cut. And cut 2 6.5-inch strips off of here. That should be plenty. I needed a lot though. Originally, I've cut, I don't know, like 10 or 11 strips already for all that I've done. All right, 6 1/2 on this side.
Thingy's popping off.
My what?
On the ruler. The handle on the ruler.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's always popping off. Constantly putting it back down again. All right, 6.5-inch strip. I'm going to cut 2 of them. That way I know for a fact I have enough. That should be good because I only needed 11.
Can you show them what you mean by using the wrong triangle?
What do you mean? I don't have anything to
show.
show.
What you mean if you use the wrong triangle? Might clarify it better. You use the wrong ruler? Yes, you want a different ruler?
All right, camera. Sorry for that, guys. I have no other choice but to do the camera that way. So first, you need a half rectangle like this. I don't have a white fabric to stick it next to. This is a half rectangle triangle. You cannot use a regular ruler like this and line it up on your 45. That's not the cut angle we are looking for. This angle is like 60, I think. 60-degree angle. And what you're going to do is I'm going to start by cutting the selvage off. Just going to line this up and use my flat edge to cut the selvage off. Then I'm going to take this down to the 6.5-inch mark right here, and I'm going to cut this off. Now, if this was normal fabric, right now you're seeing this would be right side up. So that means this one would have been right side up. This one's upside down, so it would have to be flipped right side up. Then this one would be right side up for the opposite side. And then this one would be upside down, and you'd have to flip it right side up for the opposite side, like this. Is that what they were going for? All right, that's 5 in each pile. And then I'm going to turn the ruler around now and get the other side. Straight, like that. Then turn the ruler around. I'm not flipping the ruler upside down where you see the back side. I'm just turning the ruler itself, lining it up, making the cut. Turn the ruler, line it up. Come on. And make the cut. Turn and cut. So that's 9 for each pile so far. 2 more cuts, and then that should be 10 and 11 for each bow. I think, because there was 11 hexagons left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2.
Is that the same as the tri-rec ruler?
It's tri-rex. Let me see. Do I have regular tri-rex? Hold on 2 seconds. Let me look behind Scott. All right. Yep. I have the tri tool. All right. So here, let me grab a white piece of paper. It's probably easier to show you with a white piece of paper. Well, this one's not purely white. It has a design on the back, but here is a tri tool, and this is the tri-rex, or rectangular triangle tool. These go together. Notice it's upside down. And then the back side of this one is that way, right there, on the back side. But if you cut this one right side out, your opposite side that's on there is this side. Does that make sense? Your fabric would be right. And it's the same exact thing. See? Same exact thing. This one's just Creative Grid's version. And this one was bigger than this one. So that's why I grabbed this one and not this one. But I do have the proper set. But it goes to 6.5 at the edge. But I wanted this one so that I can line it up better. It's the same thing though. I knew I had it. But I'm just using this one. It's easier for me. But if you look at it lined up, it's the same exact thing. The markings are pretty much in the same spot. They both have the little corner for lining it up. I'm not chopping that off because there's no sense in it with what I'm doing here. But yeah, that's what that is. Let me just put it back on the wall of stuff. So this on its own, though, you could make, if you have this side and then the opposite version like this, you know, when you cut the other side of something, then you would get a half rectangle like this. See? So this also makes half rectangles. That's why they're called that, or they put the tips on your triangle to make them square. So that's what that is. What is even on here? Oh, look at that. Me and my lovely designs in my drawer that I haven't done anything about. All right, so this is really easy to do. I'm going to grab just one, and I'm going to show you while the camera is still facing down. This piece will go right here. This is the side I'm going to hang over just a little bit. This side I want to hang over a lot. So when I put this right sides together, this side's only hanging over by like 1/4 of an inch, but this side I'm hanging it over a lot because I didn't line up the edge. And when I flip this back, I want this top to be straight so that I don't really have to cut them. And this bottom, I don't mind cutting off. I just don't want to lose my 1/4 inch right here because I'm trying to get the most out of my fabric. So I'm going to put this with 1/4 inch hanging over at the top. And my bottom is hanging out further. That's why I cut these just a little bit bigger. So then I'm going to sew it on. And then when I press it, as you can see, that edge is straight. So now I'm going to add the bottom. See how it's hanging over right there? You just take a little ruler, cut that excess off, and we don't mind that that's hanging over. That's just giving me more room for my final trim of everything. So now I'm going to put this one right sides together. And see, it's hanging over 1/4 of an inch. You'll know that it's 1/4 of an inch because when you take it over to your sewing machine, the needle is going to come down right in that spot. And now this edge only hangs over just a little bit. This is going to allow it to stay square. And I ran out of bobbin because I was sewing before the live. I got 1.5 sews out of that. Give me a second to change this bobbin out.
Sewing while talking. It
Mhm.
happens. Want me to leave the camera there for a while?
Yeah,
or
just
we'll
leave it there
back?
for 2 seconds and then we'll put it back. I'm going to show both sides.
No one asked. I was
Oh.
just asking if you wanted me to move it.
Oh, just leave it 2 seconds. All right, now this bottom one is sewn on. And this is not straight. It's never straight. See how there's like a curve? It's because I pieced these kind of wonky and I didn't trim them down. But I don't have a ruler this size to trim them down. I looked to make sure. I have this giant hexagon topped one, but this is for 10-inch squares. This is obviously a lot bigger, so there was no trimming this to be completely, squared. So now that you see I have more than 1/4 of an inch, I can take my ruler and line it up with the 1/4 inch right here, this edge and this edge. And now I could straighten that up. See, so that's why I'm hanging things over, because or else this point is completely lost. Trust me, I did that on my first 3 of them and I, really just ruined it, honestly. So now I'm going to just take this side again. When I put it right sides together, I'm going to hang just this side 1/4 of an inch over, the other side a lot of an inch over. And I'm just going to repeat this step with all of these. You can see, if I finger press it, it sticks over. Just grab a ruler, cut the excess off, it's not needed. Grab this bottom, because that's the side I'm on. Right sides together, hanging it over just a little bit. And this side, it might match up, and it depends. It depends on how good you're sewing. I just so happen to be sewing a little on the sloppy side. And it does stretch, so beware. Sometimes it doesn't do a full rotation.
It happens.
Yep. All right, so now you can see how it's bowing? I'm glad that I have more than 1/4 of an inch right here to unbow this. So now it's straight and I can add the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of these steps, all these on here, and then we'll move on to adding to the side, because I'm not going to get a complete good twisted looking square if I don't add to this and to the top and bottom. But that'll be after we finish the rest of these. So you can put the camera back now.
You need me to
I will once I get some of these sewn. I'm going to just chain piece these through one side after the other. So right now I'm just going to chain piece them all, and then I'll trim them all, add the next side, so on and so forth. Oops, oh, right there. Stay where I put you, piece. The fabric, it doesn't like to listen to me at all. It's just fighting. It's fighting me. We're going to be making 13.5-inch blocks here. So nice, huge blocks to make a nice, huge quilt. Because I like making big quilts. And I totally just veered that. Trying to explain things while sewing is probably not always the best thing for me.
Okay, my love.
The next cut after this, though, when we go on the sides, is going to be a 1.5-inch strip. So by the way, I had 3 yards, right? Well, I pulled a little bit off of that initial 3 yards because I did another project. But So it left me with like a total of 2.5 yards of total black fabric so far. And I pulled in another 3-yard cut of fabric because the going around these uses a lot of fabric. And when I say a lot, I do mean a lot. It uses a lot of fabric. So far I'm at 2.5 yards.
But tell him your lovely husband just bought you more black fabric.
But my husband bought me more black fabric. So when I use up all this next 3 yards, I still have more to go. So that's a good thing because, you know, I hate to run out of a color that I use the most. Or is it the anti-color? I always forget. All right, look at that. Yay, I made the right amount of cuts. So now, just going to stack them. Send them over to the husband to press them, and then trim them. So while he's pressing these, I will sew the ones behind me that I haven't gotten to yet, but we'll eventually get to.
Tell him we get our fabric at Walmart.
We get our fabric at Walmart. Not all fabric comes from
No,
Walmart.
black. They ask for
When I get
black.
black, I get the black Waverly.
Yep.
I like it. I'm going to tell you why.
It's under $3 a yard.
For
That's
one,
why.
it's under $3 a yard. For two, if you put this next to any other brand, I've used all the brands, Kona Cotton and whatever cotton and this stuff over here and everything else, and this feels the same. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I like the fact that I mess with it a lot, and it don't shred a lot. That's a bonus on my behalf, because when you have shredding fabric, it starts shredding and then it loses the size of the piece as you're going. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but really bad shredding fabric, you can lose a whole 1/4 of an inch because it's shredding, especially if you have to rip things out all the time because you messed up, which is what I recently did, and realized, wow, I was able to rip this like 5 times before anything bad happened to the fabric. So, you know, I like the Waverly brand. Don't diss it because it's cheap. It works just as good as anything else. It's just more for the on Social Security budget or disability retirement, or what is the next one? That's like a pension retirement, you know? It works for those budgets like ours. It works for the, I don't make a whole heck of a lot of money on YouTube budget. Yeah. Yep. So there's that. I also get my white there and some of the other colors, the Waverly brand. That's about it. Mainly solids. And I only get the 100% cotton, by the way. Yeah, I don't buy they do sell like 60-40 poly blend. I do not use that. I used it when I first started because I didn't know, and now I have a giant stack of that stuff that is it's good for bag linings and for like people who make and design clothes. You can make the pattern out of, you know, like a sample pattern out of it. I don't make clothes, but for a while I was testing blocks with it too, but then I stopped doing that.
Did you want these here or these in your way?
No, are they done?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this other side on real quick. Yeah.
Oh,
right
you want to
there's
talk about
fine.
the shirts you made?
Oh,
we made together this week.
we made some shirts for we could have tiffanysquiltinglife shirts for the cruise.
Yep.
So he got himself a shirt, and
I got 2.
I made myself a purple one and a pink one, which you've already seen both.
I got 2.
I do not, absolutely do not know how to properly embroider clothes, like at all. And people have told me, you guys out there in the world have told me over the years, use this, use that. Well, it's confused my brain so much that now I just do my own thing. So I still get puckers and all sorts of randomness. And I don't think I'm doing anything right, but it works and it makes a shirt. And that's all that matters. But he didn't have any shirts his size, so we bought some. Oops, no, that one's ready to be sewn. I mean, ready to be pressed. All right, next side, let's trim off all the excess. You can press this too. All right. Just set them up there for 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm not a embroiderer of clothing. I can do tags all day, every day. But clothing, always mess it up. Oh, and I also hemmed some pants for Scott because he's only 5'8", and well, some pants, just like for me, are way too long.
Just this one?
So I had to hem them. I'm not a hemmer very well either. I don't even know how to do a blind hem. I'm like, what? What is this?
Just this one?
That and that need to be flattened out.
This
yes.
one's already done.
Well, it's finger pressed only.
Yeah, but I already. I'll iron it again.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
Sorry.
did it when I did the other.
So whatever. I'm a quilter and I'll do clothes.
The pants look good though.
The pants came out good though. They might have been a little shorter than I should have cut them, but whatever.
No one will notice. We just sag them.
Yep, he just has to sag them so that they look like they're the size they're supposed to be. Move that out of my way. Put these back and sew the other side. Those down. The other day, I was sewing. You guys know, if you own a Juki, you know. They were vibrating and they fell off the table. And these are the sharpest scissors. Yeah, they're very, very sharp. The Karen K. Buckleys are sharp too, just like this. And oh my God, let me tell you, they fell off the table and I literally like jumped out of my seat because I didn't want them to go like this onto my foot. So I got to make sure I put them under on the anti-slip mat that's underneath my machine, or else, you know, they slide right off the table. Not very good. Nope, nope, can't have that. Because then that would be my sewing foot, and then I would be in a lot of trouble.
I didn't drink more water, and I did.
Yeah, when it sits on it, I think it guzzles it. Oh, just one piece. Just one. Hopefully everybody's having a lovely weekend.
Are they Guggenheim scissors?
Guggenheim. No, they're LDH. Pretty sure that's.
Whoa.
Yep, that's what they say.
What happened there?
They're LDH.
What's that?
The thing got knocked out.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Knocked it out.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Screws need to be tightened or something. Oh, it feels all wobbly now. Get in the hole. There's the hole. I just knocked my knee lift out. It happens. Nope, those are LDH scissors, and they're a little on the heavy side, but that's okay. I'm getting used to them, so. Here, I'll start throwing them at you. They need to be separated, though. Here you go. Oh, the thing is over there.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Don't you worry, my love. I'll fed him.
Also, normally I would not use white thread right now because I am on black only fabric all the way around these. But due to the fact that I did not buy myself a giant spool of black, I don't have any black thread. So I'll have to wait till I get some black thread. And when
You
I
don't
do,
have any black thread? You should
Nope.
tell me. I will buy you black thread.
I keep forgetting. That's why. So I'm just using white. Not even gray. I'm using white.
Have you seen a great granny block?
A great granny block, like a, a hexagon grandmother's garden block. I don't know what a great granny block is. There are so many blocks with so many names. I don't even know. I've even made a whole heck of a lot of different blocks just randomly for my 25 patch block series. So, yeah. I didn't even name any of mine. They're just block number 1 through however many. All right, I'm going to send these over to the Iron Man and grab the other ones as soon as they're ready. Dark blue thread, probably. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, we really need one of those air things. I'm telling you, it's going to make a big difference. All right, I'm going to turn this around. I'm not going to trim the rest off the sides yet until I get these sides on. Then I'll go
tell
back.
me you found one of them air things at Walmart?
Yeah, I did not. I'm not going to say anything. I just left it there for it to be seen.
Oh, okay. Have you done a 30 blocks of freedom quilt?
I don't know what a 30 block. Anything that you guys suggest or ask me if I've ever done. If I have, I don't know. Most likely I have not because it's not my own pattern, and I 99% of the time do my own pattern. It's very rare, like once every 2 or 3 months, that I'll bring to you guys someone else's pattern and do it, other than my open gate quilt openings, my box opening sewing videos. Those is somebody else's pattern. That's why I don't give the measurements.
Oh yeah, tell them Open Gates comes out with
Yeah, Tuesday Open Gates will be out for those that are curious. I know it's later than normal, but I just posted my new video, if you guys haven't seen it yet, on my charmed geese. Very fun to do. Very fun. I even went off on my own whatever and didn't even do exactly as I designed. But that's because I didn't have continuous yardage that went with that charm pack. It's like, no, fat quarters will do. So if you haven't seen that video yet, Charmed Geese. It's my newest pattern. And Karen has already graciously got it written up and in the Facebook group. So if you're in the Facebook group or want to join, answer the questions, and that's where you'll get the PDF to download. Recently, I've been asked, how if I could find a way to host the PDFs that that Karen does for me, and I would have to do a whole lot of research on how to do it because I don't know how to make an open hosting without being able to change the measurements or mess up the patterns. But for you guys to be able to download, to be able to even put it as a link in the YouTube videos, that's a lot of work. I don't know how to do any of that. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to join the Facebook group. And then, like I say, you don't have to use Facebook to join the Facebook group. Go on, create a profile, put a picture on there so you have a picture of what you look like, and join the group, answer the questions, and then all you have to do is go on Facebook and see the group only. You don't even have to add friends. You can add friends from YouTube that are in the group. and make them your friends. But as long as you answer the questions and we know that you're real and you use your real name and not some weird name like Hocus Pocus or something, you know, then you'll be let in, and then you can enjoy the ability to download the PDF. I even looked into trying to put them on my business page, and I can't do that on my Facebook business page. It's not a hosting like that. Groups hold files, everything else does not. I'm just going to snip them apart for you. It gives me something to do to throw them at you.
Why can't you just let me do that? You work on the next thing.
Okay, here you go.
You have all those behind you?
Yep.
You have this file over here? I can do this quite quickly.
I will work on another one from behind me. Like I said, they're on all the stages right now, all these pieces. I was going to work on it throughout the week, but then I had long arm jobs that needed to get done. And then tomorrow I got to load my last long arm job of the month because I'm not doing any until after I come back from the cruise. I've been a busy bee. How many? So I need one more strip for that. Move all these extra things out of the way so I don't hurt myself cutting a strip of fabric. Just needed one. That will get all that done. Welcome those that are joining. And if you're new here and you're watching, say hi in the chat, because I'm sure everybody would love to hear from you. My new videos get more subscribers, so you know there's a couple new people on the page. And there I go knocking stuff down again. One more. I'll pick all this up.
All these are done if you need
Well,
to.
just 2 seconds. Let me finish this.
Do your thing. Just letting you know that Iron Man is Iron Man.
Thank you.
Want this little fan on, or will it blow your pieces?
I don't think it'll blow my pieces, so yeah, you could turn it on. Probably should turn this one on too.
That's why I asked you.
Last one of these.
Electricity bill through the roof.
Okay, this could just sit back there till the next stage. I can go there, and now I need all those pieces, please.
These ones?
Yep. Thank you. All right, now to trim these and then add the last piece to these.
What's the largest half rectangle you can cut with the ruler?
9.5 inches is the largest you can cut with this ruler. The half rectangle ruler. That's why I like this one over the other one. The Tri-Rex is good for the actual brand, that brand one is good for when you're making the actual triangles into squares. But this one's better for, you know, bigger pieces like what I'm doing right now. And bigger. Or if you're like, say you got yourself a, what's the word for it? A half layer cake. What are those called? There's a word for those. The half layer cake ones. I can't think of the name at the moment from the pre-cut stuff, but those, if you get those, or just take the layer cake and cut it in half, you could use this to cut those half pieces into half rectangles and then do whatever. Holy moly, Maryland. Email Scott. Please. I would like to send you something.
We don't know anything about her.
I really appreciate it. Like, more than you know. My goodness. Jolly Bar. Thank you. I see that. Jolly Bar. Yeah, if you get a Jolly Bar, the Creative Grids one is good for the Jolly Bars. So that you can make a quilt with the half rectangles. All right, last thing for this, then we can move on to the next step, which is adding to the side of the black first, then to the top and the bottom.
I'm pretty sure she's someone else too, because her name is only on here then. If you can read the chat.
Well. Come on, lay where I put you. I don't have a lot of variety when it comes to the colors that are here because I didn't have a lot of variety in the first place because I had one of the little hexagon packs and then a couple pieces from a layer cake and a half of a jelly roll. So when I cut from the yardage that I had, it didn't leave me with much wiggle room on color. So I'm going to try to mix it around when I finally do lay the quilt out. I'll do my best to mix it up. Did I get it? Sorry, I hate when there's gnats in here. It's that time of year where they're everywhere. I didn't get it. It went somewhere. Man.
We don't get bugs that bad here.
We don't get bugs that bad here. You know, not at all. And this year, I haven't seen barely anything. We've seen some spiders, but I haven't seen much of anything, honestly.
Other than the daggone grasshoppers.
Yeah, other than grasshoppers. I don't know how our area gets filled with grasshoppers. The funny thing is they hop in, and then they find a place to hop to, and then they die. Because it's way too hot.
The El Nino thing.
Yeah, the whole El Nino thing. Yes, I understand. What I'm saying is they come all the way here, you know, and then they just die.
They die in parking lots in the millions.
Yep, they die here in parking lots in the millions. Like, there's so many. It looks like a locust outbreak, but it's not. It's grasshoppers. Like, it's pretty crazy. When I first moved here, I thought it was the weirdest thing that we got grasshoppers every couple years like that. And this year just so happens to be the grasshopper year.
No, this year wasn't bad at all.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, last year was way worse. No, bugs, period. I haven't seen many. Normally we get some flies on the back patio and stuff, and I haven't even had those. It's just too hot for them. They die. Not even very many moths. You know, normally we get a lot of moths and stuff, but Here you go. I'll just leave it all together. Have fun.
Yes, let me do my thing.
All right, so the next
You have
cut,
plenty of work to do.
I'm going to show them with this piece. So now that we got the two sides on and I straightened them up, now the next cut is 1.5 inches. So we're going to take this and you're going to get 3 of these per 1.5, no, 4. 3, no, 4. 4 of them per 1.5, I think is what it was. 4 sides, or 2 blocks. 4 sides or 2 blocks per. So I don't have an exact number because I've just been cutting as I'm going. Or else I would have had an exact number for you guys, but I don't. But we're putting 1.5. So I'm just going to cut a whole heck of a lot of 1.5. And then all the leftovers I've been sewing together into a really, really, really long 1.5 inch strip. That way I can just start sewing those on as well, which I'll probably start doing with those first, honestly. See where I get with like 5 or 6 of these to start. That way I can remember how many I got per strip, because I don't remember if it was 3 or 4 now. I know I get 3 on the next cut. All right, that should be enough. Let's see. Okay. There he is. There he is. No.
Let it be, Tiffany. Let it be. You don't work it. You just ignore it.
Sorry, guys. I gotta ignore the gnat. All right, so I'm gonna open my strip up. I should get 1 full side. I'm gonna cut it to size, which is not always the best cut. Turn it around. Get the other side. Yeah, I only get 3. So 1.5 blocks per strip. And then I take all the leftovers and hook them together. But now it's on both sides like this. So that's what I'm doing now. After I trim these, obviously. Put that out of the way because I don't need that now. Now I'm going to trim these so that they're straight for me to add the side to. Just lay it there for now. And I just gouged my ruler again.
Don't tell me you need a new ruler now.
Well, it takes chunks out. If you don't hold your ruler a certain way, I mean your rotary cutter, because I'm trying to hurry through this, your rotary cutter should not be straight up and down. You have more chances of jumping off onto the ruler with it straight up and down. You need to have it slightly tilted. Your hand doesn't sit flat. Your hand sits slightly tilted. So your ruler, your rotary cutter should be on the side of your ruler, slightly tilted, no matter what kind of rotary cutter you use.
Which ones haven't been done?
That one. And right now I'm in a hurry, so my hand keeps tilting, and I took a nice gouge out of this. This ruler is almost seen better days. I've been using them for years. I got a second one of these, but both of them have a chipped corner. It's almost time to get a new one of these ones, though. Oops, 2 sides, Tiffany. There are 2 sides. Mine are not straight whatsoever, but the whole thing is getting trimmed down once we have all of the parts and pieces sewn. If you want even straighter, I would have cut maybe a 7-inch instead, and you would have had more room on the side to straighten it. Your half rectangle thing. Because that would have given you more wiggle room. There's a lot of trimming in between. But we will get the size block we need from all this.
I'll clean up the mess. I'll do it. You just go.
All right. So now,
Teamwork here.
to put these 1.5-inch strips on here. And I'll trim them as I go. So this piece, because it's not long enough, I'm going to hook to the end of here. That's right side up, right? And now it's added to the long piece. So that way, when I run out of these strips, I'll have that long piece to sew on everything. Because everything's getting trimmed, so it won't matter how many extra seams I have on the sides. Everything's going to get trimmed. So you get 3 or 2.5 passes. 1 block and a half a block. And then the next cut number, because Karen is writing all this down. So this is 1.5-inch that I'm adding onto the sides. The next number is going to be 1 3/4 of an inch for the top and bottom. And that should give an almost 14-inch square quilt. I say almost because, again, this is very wonky. This is wonky. This leftover piece is going to go on here.
Wonko doodle.
Yeah, let's keep that on my lap. Grab another one of these. Yes, I'm doing one at a time instead of chain piecing.
Trying to let your husband catch up, right?
Yep. Trying
That's
to keep
why.
Scott caught up.
That's why you're doing them one at a time. Trying to keep your husband caught up.
I mean, it's 118 degrees outside and he's standing in front of the iron, so I guess I can give him a break.
With no fans on you. You have all
I have all the
3
fans
on
facing
you.
me instead of him.
Your poor husband is just dying.
Oops, I didn't get the salvage off of that one. Or this one. All right, where am I at? This side. You know what? Let's see how this lands now. Let's start putting these on here. As long as it doesn't land on a seam, I'm good. I have to trim across the top too, so to make it straight to put the new pieces on anyway, so. This came in handy doing this long strip, so I'm not wasting nothing.
It's a way to do it. Waste not, want not around
That
here.
means I have 3 1.5-inch strips that I can do whatever I want with.
Where'd you get your phone stand?
My phone stand was sent to me. I opened it in the
By
mail
one of your
couple,
lovely fans.
like a month or two back by one of the lovely fans. They sent me, it's these little hand things. I got 2 of them. The purple one stays in here. The other one is blue. Is it blue? Baby blue or pink? I don't remember what color the other one is. It's in my bedroom next to my bed. So that way I could just stick that there and watch whatever. I don't watch much YouTube videos anymore, but I do play a game on my phone, and the phone stands come in handy so that I don't have to hold it with my hands. I keep your neck down, you know, because this position is starting to ruin everybody's necks. So I'm not trying to ruin mine. I already ruined it enough by sitting here looking down at the machine. Since we can't sew with our heads straight like this because there's no like mirror image of what I'm doing to make sure that I'm doing it right. And I know I could probably sew, I can quilt blind, but I'm not sure I could sew blind. Sewing takes a little bit more paying attention to. Ah, nope, throwing things on the floor now. That's what I do. Come on, right, no, there it
What do you
is.
need?
I dropped it on the floor. All right, one more after this. Woohoo! And then I have to add the top and bottom to all 11 of these. And then I can start trimming my blocks and figure out how they're going to get laid out because there's not an equal amount of blocks here. So I gotta improvise whatever it is that I end up improvising.
Adapt and improvise. Marine Corps saying right there. But y'all quilters can steal it.
Mhm. Last one, there you go. And look at that, I have this much left. Woohoo!
Well, you use it on the top, right? Top and bottom.
No, because that's a different number.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Nope. Now we're gonna cut 1 3/4 inch. So this one only gets 1, 2, okay, 1 strip and a half. 1 piece and the other 2. So every 3 is 1 strip. I mean 2 strips. 2, 3, that's 2. 4 strips. 6 strips, and then there's enough for 2 on there. All right, so I need 6 more. Nope. I need 7 more. 7 more 1 3/4 inch strips. 1 3/4 to go on the top and bottom. Reason for that is because we want the top and bottom now to equal the same as the sides. So I need, what did I say, 6? Did I say 6?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Oh. 6 more then. 1 3/4. 1. 2. 3.
7 is what they say here.
4. Okay. That sounds better because you threw that last piece at me. That's why I said 7. Yeah. 5. 2 more. Yep. Sometimes I don't remember what I say 2 seconds later. Scott finds it very frustrating until he started not remembering what he said 2 seconds later. Guess that's part of aging. All right, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all I need.
Do you measure the width of those blocks first?
Do I measure the width of the blocks first? They should be almost 14 inches, or if they're 14, there should
The
be
question was, did
14.
you? If you don't
Oh,
know,
I
then no, you
didn't
didn't.
measure. No. So it's like this one's almost 14 and a half. This one's about 14 3/4. They're all going to be different.
Answer was no.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Now I'm going to straighten them up. Just the top and bottom only. Nice straight. They're not exact because I'm not doing an exact anything here due to the fact that I'm going to be trimming these anyway, and there's going to be a lot of waste. I'm going to be trying to trim this wonky, like my one that I've done in the past. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a 13 and a half inch wonky square. Just want everything to be those right there. Have more room right here if I do that. And see, doing what I did allowed me not to lose my points at the tips. So then when I add the top and bottom, I'll still have those points also. I hope that makes sense. We're trying to keep it as hexagon-y shaped as possible with a square around it. Squared up. So that way it creates blocks. Because who wants to sew all those Y seams? I know I don't. last one to trim. All right, now I'm going to start adding to these and then throwing them over to Scott to press, and then all we'll have left to do is trim the blocks. Look at that. I still have, what, an hour?
Why seems hard or just time consuming?
Y seams are just time consuming. They're not hard, it's just time consuming. This is time consuming too, obviously. But I like the idea of having the hexagons floating. If you look at last week's video, I did show you an example of my floating hexagons that I've done before. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the size. Turn it around. Cut the size. So I got one block and then I start the next. So like I said, if you were to do all three in a row, it would do 3 blocks in a row, and then you'd have to grab another strip for the next side of everything. So 2 per every 3. So grab another strip.
You apparently put your 1.75 on the chair with your 1.5. Did you know that?
Did I? This was a 1.75 on the chair that was sitting back here. The other ones I folded up and put right here. Oh, got a bobbin already. That didn't seem like it lasted very long.
Yeah, it did.
I'm gonna have to roll more soon. I've almost used a whole case. that one on the floor.
I gotcha. I seen it. I see it. I got
I guess I'm just adding more exercise to your standing regime that you got going there.
my standing regime.
That might not be the right word, but whatever. Well, you don't move around much when you just stand and iron, you know.
No,
You gotta
Very-
move around more.
Yeah.
I dance around when I iron. I don't know if you guys have ever caught that short. I made a short a long time ago of dancing while ironing. I do it when I'm in my fabric room, you know, organizing fabric. I dance while ironing it. I've tried to do it while cutting, but I always mess up, so. Can't dance for long. Might as well do it when I'm sewing or pressing them in.
Your husband wants to take you dancing on the cruise.
Yep, Scott wants to take me dancing on the cruise. He knows I like to dance. He can't dance, but I know how to dance, so he can just follow my lead.
I will. I have no problem with that.
He will too. So if I start shaking my booty, he'll start shaking his booty. He'll be like, "Oh, that's how you do that? Okay." Oh, another place I dance around a lot is at the long arm. When I'm long arm quilting, I blast the stereo and dance. Which I also have a short video of doing.
Two more. Juice. Months. Juice.
Okay, that just happened.
What happened?
The thread completely tangled up onto itself, see? This was tangled onto this, which still has a knot in it, see? Somehow. Every now and then. All right, one more to sew, and then I'm gonna go grab some washi tape so that I could show you how to mark the ruler to start cutting all these.
You want one of those rolls that I have over there?
Nope. Nope.
You want one of the solids that you have somewhere?
Yeah, I'll get them. Okay.
Okay. I don't know where they are. But I was gonna get them.
All right, all of my hexagon blocks are now sewn. Let me grab this tape and then we're gonna, what's the word for it? Turn the camera down so that you can see down here again. Let me try to move some of this out of the way though, so that it's not as messy right here. All right, we're gonna come over here with the camera again, and sorry for the movement. I'm gonna turn it down so that you can see. So I have this nice giant ruler here. This is an OmniGrid. It's just a big, huge 15-inch square. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a color, and because I'm going to repeatedly do this, I don't want to have to keep looking with my eyes. I just want to look for lines. And I want to be able to center. I was going to say centaur. I need a centaur. Now I'm going to put this on 13 1/2 right here. Smooth it out on the 13 1/2. This is called washi tape. It does not leave any sticky residue. And I just put it right there on the 13 1/2 mark. And then I'm going to go the opposite way now at 13 1/2. That way I don't have to keep looking for the line every time when I'm trying to line up the pieces, because they're all being cut. You'll see right now what I'm talking about. These are my ruler washi tapes. These are for rulers. So they're bright and you can see them, you know. All right, we're going to grab a block. Oops, that's 2. I just want 1. 1 block. And I'm going to take this ruler and wow, I'm getting 13 1/2 almost exactly that way. Man, this sucks. It's like right on it. I'm not going to be able to get this one wonky at all. I'm just going to cut there, turn, and then line it up right here and there. So it's leaning to one side. See how it's leaning to one side? I'm going to put it on the wall. I'm going to grab another one. For some strange reason, the ones that I just did seem shorter than the ones I did earlier. So I'm centering it or not, kind of making it tilt a little. I should have used 2 inches on the outside. Lining, see the edge up with the cut edge right there. I don't have to worry about looking at anything else. Everything is the way I need it. Oops, that adjusted. And see, I'm wasting some fabric, but they're all in a different spot. So I'm just going to put them on the wall as I go. So that's all I'm doing. 13 1/2. Because if I would have did 12 1/2, let me show you real quickly so you can see. A 12 1/2 inch ruler, I would have been really close to my sides, and then you wouldn't have even it would have landed on that seam. See what I'm saying here? So if I would have made it wonky, I would have had so much more waste. So I went with 13 1/2. But 13 will do too, honestly, because these seem a little off. Slightly. I'm not getting that tilt that I wanted. I think I'm going to do that. Where does it land if I do 13? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change those other ones to 13. I don't like 13 1/2. And see, the washi tape just comes right off. Sorry, I'm trying to get it off my finger. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to change it to 13. You guys can get what you can get out of yours. I'm doing mine at 13. Take this. Back up. I think I'll get a crookedness is what I want.
Better crookedness.
Yeah, better crookedness. Mo better. In my world, it's called Mo better. Okay. Let me pull those other ones back down and take them to 13. Because then I could like tilt them. I don't want to take that side off too much, but we're going to tilt it right here like that. Oh, much better. That's what I really, really wanted. 13 inches. That's a better number. There and there and there. There, that's better. Now it's a little crooked. That's what I wanted. Crooked stuff. Tilt it a little, as much as I can. I'll get more from the other direction. That's better. So much better. Line it up. It's weird that the earlier blocks got me fully that, but these ones are not. See, and now if this was squared, look at it, slightly tilted. I like that. I like it when it's funky. So this allows me, with the lines here, to just find its spot. See, I have about the same amount on both sides. And then line up to square it. All right, so there that is. Now I'm just going to continue on.
They look good. Black.
Oh yeah, they look really good with the black around them, yeah.
I
And
must-
see, they don't always have to go in the same direction either. You can tilt them. You can have more on one side and less on the other. I cannot see that corner for the life of me. There it is. There and there. I'm putting them on the wall, by the way. I guess you get the idea of how I'm cutting them. So technically the camera doesn't have to face down. And yes, this is quite a bit of waste for me. I would never waste that much, but I don't know what to use those skinny pieces on, so I'm just tossing them for now. That can go in the garbage. Let's go right there. I need to start getting a variety here, man. I'm cutting the same color over and over again. See, some of them don't even have to be twisted as much. They can just be partially turned. Oh, look what I did there. I didn't hold the ruler down good, and it jaggeded my cut. These are my jagged little squares. And I did it again. It's because I know the camera's watching me. That's why. Stop moving. Stay. Don't wiggle. That was straight. Oh, this is going to be so cool. You can put the camera back now. Closer to my body, maybe that will be my fix. This way. Oh, I like it. I like it. Turn this one that way. This one would be this way. That way. Then this one would be, I don't know which way. Probably this way. That's right. And then that one would be that way. Oh. Let's grab some different colors here. I feel like I'm using the same color over and over.
You're getting them there. You're getting them there. Well, I came in to see you doing a good job.
This would be cool. Somebody came to say hi. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Make sure you're doing a good job. Come to see.
Yep, Mama doing a great job. A great job of messing up. I gotta like pay attention. Which way is that one? This way. I love it. They're wonky, they're not straight, and I'm tilting each direction.
They look good.
Yep. I told you it wastes a lot.
Don't like that.
I don't like it either, but it's the only way I'm gonna get the look we're looking for here. Definitely looks good with black.
That was the correct choice. What's your favorite quilt block to make?
What's my favorite quilt block to make? I like to make star blocks. Those are my favorite. 8-pointed stars mostly. But I like all star blocks. And then I love to do Dresden plates. Don't ask me why, I just like them. I don't like the applique part of things, you know? But I do like making Dresdens. If that one's that way, this one will go this way. Let's see, what else do I like to make? I don't know, I just like to make things up. That's what I like to make. I like to make things up. I like to just have fun. Like right now. This is fun. It's not fun wasting fabric, but I mean, the look I'm going for requires it, so. This one, this direction. This is why we chose to use cheap fabric. You know, it's inexpensive, so it's okay that, you know, I'm having slight waste. Let's get some of these baby blues in here. Hmm? Probably because I'm turning them too. Go on the wall better, please. Thank you. I'm wondering where all the oranges and stuff are. Seriously. I'll probably have to play with the layout too so that I can equally get these spread around. With the ruler being marked like this, I literally only have to look at the blue lines. I don't have to go counting on my ruler every time to look for a number. That's the plus side of using washi tape on your rulers. We're getting down in time to like, I don't know, 25 minutes left. So if you have questions, ask them.
Looking pretty cool.
It does look really cool. Obviously, my wall is not big enough for all this, though. But what I can get onto the wall for now will go on the wall.
Are you gonna border it, you think?
Am I going to border it? Probably. We'll see. It depends. I have that extra yardage. I cut 10-inch strips from it to see, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do that whole 10-inch square idea because these are pretty big blocks. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out at the moment. But I do have more fabric that I could border it with all the colors that I have. Not all these colors specifically because I mainly have the blues. So it'd pretty much just be a black all the way around. Actually, I didn't even have to do that. I can just go all the way around with whatever the color is that I would do a border with. I think that would be this way. And I obviously am not doing sashing. Come on, there's got to be more color involved here.
You got a whole lot more. This is gonna be a big quilt.
Yes, I have a whole lot of blocks here.
Is it gonna be king size?
It'll be queen size or full size queen size probably. I don't remember how many blocks there are, so I can't tell you that number yet. Or else I would be able to tell you I'm doing 6 across by 7 down or whatever, but there's way more blocks than what I could fit on my wall. I don't remember how many there are. Well, I didn't use all 42 of the hexagons in the first place because I didn't have that many jelly roll strips to work with. That's why. So there's like 36 maybe. I'll tell you right now, actually. Or not. Where are the pieces? They were right here. I guess not. Nope. Well, I would know if the pieces weren't missing. Somehow they're just not where I left them. Did I already cut that? No, I did not. Yes, I did. No, I did not. Apparently I did. I just cut it way wonky because I was talking or trying to find something. Oops, I shifted that ruler accidentally. Let's replace that with that. Gotta mix this color up a little. Let me get one more on the bottom and then we'll see where we're at. How many are here? All right, how many are on the wall? I don't know how many across by down I have going on here.
You have 5 across. 5 down, so that's 25 on the wall.
So there's 25 on the wall.
You want me to count the rest?
I got it. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So that's one more across the top and down the side, right?
How many do you have?
37.
Well, you could do 6 by 6 is 36.
Yeah, we'll remove one and do 6 across by 6 down. That's what we'll do.
Unless you want to go up to your 42, you can do 6 by 7. Use the others.
I don't know where they even
Roughly
are.
flat.
I'd have to piece together more hexagons, but I don't know where they are.
Oh.
They're missing. They were with everything. Everything was together,
Well, I
and
didn't
they
steal them.
disappeared somewhere into the oblivion of Tiffany's space here. Stop doing that. Sorry, talking to myself. Bad habits here. I'm not holding down the ruler in the right spots, so I'm cutting all funky. Making a mess of things. All right, just because there's not much color in here, we're just gonna throw these.
They said Thumper took them.
Thumper probably did take them. He probably took them and put them in some scrap bin. But see, I didn't touch them because everything for this whole entire project, I kept moving from the desk to the ironing board because I was filming. I filmed that video and I moved it from the desk to the ironing board, from the desk to the iron, over and over again. That's all I've been doing is desk to ironing board.
Hey, yeah, you filmed Open Gate Quilt.
I filmed the Open Gate Quilt. I filmed the Charmed Geese video.
Well, I guess a 6 by 6 is good. I think that'll be pretty big. You want me to put them up there?
I know. I can't get them up there.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, when I get the next one, I'll tell you which way to put it when this one's ready. Yep, so I'll just have one block left over, which can just go on the back or wherever. Depends on what I put on the back of this. All right, here you go. Put this up there this direction.
Oh, I have to stand on my tippy toes to get it up there.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall. I gotta
Yep.
stand up on my tippy toes.
You can even tilt the camera.
I'm gonna have to so they can see it.
Yeah.
Camera's moving.
Camera is moving. It's going to get tilted up just a little bit higher since this is going pretty tall. On camera, these look really cool. Oh, camera's moving to Thumper first. It's Thumper view first.
Okay, now it's all the way up there. They can see it.
This one is going to go this way. Oh, look at that. I reached it. Must
Why
be,
didn't you
it
just
must be
reach it?
going crooked then.
Why didn't you just let me do it?
Because I was able to reach it. It looks pretty cool on camera. Of course, if I stood back, it probably looked cool too. I'm standing where I'm standing, obviously. pretty sure you guys know how to sew blocks together, so I will probably finish this off camera and show you guys when it's done. This one is going to go this direction. All right. And I can't add any more rows right now because obviously I don't have the wall space to do it 6 across part. So that will just get done later. This way. Actually, that way, right there. Go on the wall. All right, here's the general idea for now. The rest I'll trim later. I need to take a break. I've gone, done, and wore myself out.
You're done.
Well, no, I still have more to cut. I just,
I'm in time.
yeah, we're out of time anyway. You guys got less than 10 minutes to say whatever.
Hey, they got to see Thumper.
You got to see Thumper. It looks really cool on camera, though. It kind of looks, like on camera, it looks just funky, the colors-wise. Obviously, I'll have to change where everything lays so that there's an equal amount of each color all the way around. Because there's a lot of this one, and there's a lot of this one, and there's a lot of the yellow with the numbers on it because I had more of that. And then there's very little of this orange. There's only like 2 or 3 pieces total, you know? There wasn't very much for the outer roundy stuff. Where did I get the bookshelves? They came from a yard sale. No, it was from a Facebook Marketplace post. We went and picked them up, and they were just ending a yard
sale.
They were ending their yard sale, and she had 3 shelves left, and she said, "Come get them now." So for $5, I got 3 shelves. The 2 that you see behind me, and the one that doesn't match on the side of me.
All the white ones in the other room are from Walmart.
Yeah, and all the white ones in my fabric room are all Walmart ones, which I eventually, when I get a little bit extra money, I actually want to take these ones out of here, spread them out on the wall, and put white ones in on the ends instead, so that I can have a wider space for my design wall, because I actually make things more than 72 inches wide a lot of times.
Yes,
So I would rather just get 2 white shelves instead, remove these ones and put them elsewhere, and then put the new white ones separated more, because they're not as wide as these. They're smaller, just slightly. They'll still fit the same stuff, trust me. But that way I can have one at that one end all the way and one at the other end all the way, and have more space in between. Because if I had more space, then I could put the 6th block up on each on the one sides. There's not enough room for that.
Well, you got 5 by 6 up there now. That's 30.
Yep. Sorry, guys. I'm also sick at the same time. I have a cold. Or some kind of chest congestion, something or other. Hold on. This quilt will be 75 by 75 if I don't put borders on it. So that's a full-size bed size. Or just a really good size lap quilt. And if I add these pieces that I have here of yardage, then I could make it all the way into a queen size. What did you say now while I was doing that?
I said there's no more questions at the moment. Ask them if they have more.
Well, if you guys have more questions, ask now. Next week, just ask, and if I don't remember, and we'll show you, because I'll try to get these sewn together. If I don't, then I don't even know what I'm doing next week anyway.
You got Open Gate Quilts coming out?
Open Gate Quilts
Tuesday?
will be coming out on Tuesday. And don't forget, if you guys haven't seen Charmed Geese, it's actually a fun video. So watch that if you need something else to watch. And then that's it. Yeah. I do have to get some stuff done. So hopefully I'll be able to get everything done because I got to still get my preparation stuff done for the cruise. That's why I didn't want to start anything, and I've been dragging this project on because I don't want to start something since the following week is pack everything up for the cruise week.
Yep.
So I don't have time, and my daughter has to come over, and we got to show her how to take care of Thumper, although she knows, but she's got to see all his specialty food and how much we give and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so there's a lot going on the following week. So that means next Sunday I can't do anything big. All right, anything else? Anything else? I know my screen got messed up too. I don't know what the heck's going on with it. But that's just because it's my phone. And my phone is all messed up. All right, guys, well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to get off here 5 minutes early and go do what I do for 5 minutes, which is nothing.
Whopping 5 minutes?
I can take
Whoa.
this shirt off and stop sweating underneath, even with the fans right now, because I was up cutting and moving way too much.
Hey,
I'm a lot
I had
cooler
no
than
fans
normal.
and I was ironing. So
Yeah, but I'm a lot cooler than normal with the fans. But right now I'm like, my heart's still pumping, and yeah.
I had no fans.
That was a lot of work. All right, guys, see ya. Bye. Later, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful week.